Hello, 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 everyone. No, that's the wrong tab. There we go. Hello, everyone. How are we? What are we up to this evening? What are we doing? Let's see. All right. Hey, guys. How are we How are we doing this evening? I know time. Sorry, guys. Today's been a weird day. How are we doing this evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing? Let me know. I already posted there. And where is what I'm looking for? Aha. There we go. Okay. I am here to run some. We're gonna make them cozy sprints today. Like we're gonna really lean in. I still have stuff. I do have stuff that I need to get done today. But my allergies decided to be a little biatch today, so we are going to just kind of take it slow, take it easy, all of that good stuff. So let me know how y'all are doing and what you are up to today. At this very moment, I'm literally up to posting links. And oh, that looks like a fun book. I've seen this book. I saw someone talking about this book literally. No, that's not what I want. Literally earlier today. So anyways, so yeah, today's been a fun day because my allergies decided to act up, and then they continued acting up for most of the day. Thankfully, the second dose of medication that I took later in the afternoon finally worked, and I'm good now. But it was rough there for a hot minute. So today, what we're going to be reading, and I haven't decided. I'll have to check and see where my mom is with cooking. I haven't decided whether this is the dinner sprint or the next sprint is going to be the dinner sprint. But what we're reading today is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is a retelling of Dracula from the point of view of one of his wives. I have not read That's a lie. I DNF'd Dracula a few years ago just because I was like, I didn't have time for it. I didn't care. Like, it's an interesting story, but like there was also like you could tell it was written in the 1800s, and I was just like, nah. So, anyways, this is what I am working on for real today, and I think it's mostly just going to be me reading in bed today. So, and chilling. I have a little. I think you can see it. You can see the little glowy thing. I have a little eucalyptus thing going to hopefully help open up my sinuses a little bit. So but I've got some studying I need to do. I've got some YouTube videos that I'll probably watch. Oh, there's my timer. Oh, look at that. I already have it up. We can get rid of this. There we go. All right, that's already set up. Beautiful. So I have a few things that need to happen today, but we're cruising. That's what we're doing. We're just kind of taking it easy, taking it chill, and what gets done tonight gets done tonight. And they're going to be cozy sprints because I do not feel like being super productive. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, most of the time, rest is productive. Hello, Glenda. Welcome. We have a Steph. Hey there. Hey, Beth. I'm at a pool party and just want to read my book, which is To Kill a Shadow. Oh, no. I'm only here because of my husband and kids. I mean, yeah, I guess that's an important thing to do, is to show up at parties with your kids. But wouldn't it be nice if you could stay home and read your book? I feel that. I'll be reading Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. It's the second book in a side series. Very nice. I am hoping to read some of Bewitched by Laura Thalassa tonight after dinner. I'm battling a migraine all day, unfortunately. Your migraine and my allergies, I think they might have conspired. I think they might have done a collusion. Because, anyways, I try not to take Benadryl anymore unless I absolutely have to. And today was a day that I was like, there's no way I'm surviving this day without Benadryl. Would you like to work with me? We have some hellos. Hey, Ra! Welcome. Hello, everyone. I'm reading Revenge of the Witch, Book 1. Of the Last Apprentice series. So creepy. Okay, I gotta look this up. Nope, that's not how you spell revenge. Oh, that's an interesting cover there. Okay. Wait a minute. The Last Apprentice. Do I know? I feel like I know this series. Hold on. I'm looking at this. Oh no, I haven't read this one. Interesting. No, I think the one I'm thinking of is Ranger's Apprentice. I started reading that series for a bit. Anyways, yes, please do click the like button. I do appreciate it. How is everyone's evening going today? See, we've got some things planned to do. What do we want to get done in the next sprint? Let me check. Hold on. All right, my mom is in the kitchen, so I probably. It's also called the Spook's Apprentice. Very interesting. My mom is in the kitchen right now, so maybe we'll start out with like a little warm up. Like, I haven't done this in a while, but like a half-hour sprint. There we go. And then hopefully we'll come back, we'll chat it for a bit, tell ourselves what we've done, or tell each other what we've done, and then I'll be able to go work on dinner at a decent hour instead of like 9 p.m. like I've been doing. Just, not great. Not great, not great. So, anyways, I am gonna try and read for the whole 30 minutes. That's what I'm gonna try and do. Yep. Inspired by the movie Seventh Son. Okay. Let me pull up the timer while y'all are chatting about what your goals are for this next readathon. For this next sprint. Words are hard, guys. Let's get that. There we go. All right. There is our timer. I don't know if I already said this, but hello, Janelle. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Okay, so we'll do one quick warm-up sprint, and then we will go from there. So starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, first things first, bookmark. So I don't lose my place, because otherwise I will. And then let's see, how many pages did I read that time? We've just gotten to the part, if you've read the book, where they have to move for the first time that she remembers. Okay, 17 pages. I got to page 70. But it's interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a favorite, but it is interesting, and I'm reading it. Like, I'm not mad about it, and I'm enjoying it. So, like, we'll see. It hasn't, like, it's really interesting, but I don't know that I care about the characters yet. So I've got to see how she builds me, or how they build me on that. So, we have some new friends. Hello, Sadia. Hello, Samira and Julie. Reading In an Absent Dream. Love it. How did everyone else do in that sprint while I reset this? No. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Hold on. We can close this. I'm going to close this. And also, okay. There we are. Let's see. Hello, Dark Rose. Welcome. Hey, Jamie. Not reading right now. Watching the tutorial video to finish the neck and head on my emotional support chicken so I can stuff for tomorrow. Very nice. I am probably gonna go downstairs and watch some YouTube. I'm trying to do better about like staying on top of that and like watching videos from my friends. Because I'm bad about that. Samira says, I think I'm going to read Long Live Evil by Sarah Reese Brennan tonight. Very nice. That sounds cool. Anyone else want to chime in with what they got done before we move on to the next sprint? Feel free. This next one I am going to do for an hour. We'll have that be a long sprint just because that way I have time to make food. I saw a recommended video with this book by Heather, and I'm excited for it. Very nice, very nice. I've heard some interesting things about Long Live Evil. I haven't read it yet, but it's like one of those I want to get to at some point. And I do follow Sarah Reese Brennan on Twitter. She's really cool. Got to page 30 of Thunderhead. Very nice, Glenda. Very nice. That's like a page a minute there. So, okay, not bad. John says, my goodness, this book is so creepy. There is a point in the story. The main character only sees the witch's bright red eyes. So good. Okay, I mean, if that's the vibe you're wanting to go for, fantastic. Get creeped out. Sometimes that's what you want. Anyways, okay. All right, I'm gonna go figure out what I'm eating for dinner. And I don't know that any reading will get done, but we will consider reading potentially if there's time at the end. I tend to not like reading books because I can't keep an eye on the time, like having my audiobook in my pocket. So I like to be able to like put a timer on and be able to watch the timer. So I'll probably watch YouTube. But let's pull this back up. And let me go to the tab. All right. And we will go in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back, everybody. How did we do? Hello. We have a friend, by the way.
Hi.
Hi. How are you this evening?
I am good. I legit just got home. Like, I popped in
my
right
goodness.
after getting in from work.
Yeah. How was work?
It was good. It is. So I work at a sports arena.
Okay.
And I'm a dishwasher there, and it is the Ringling Brothers Circus this weekend. So it's slow as heck.
Oh, damn.
Very slow. Like, legit. I spent more hours talking to a coworker than washing dishes today. Is how like slow it was.
Wild. Okay. Okay.
And then, but
Well,
it's
I mean,
yeah.
that's a good shift, though, right?
Yeah, it's good because it's busy season starts next month is when the basketball season starts,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I go on vacation Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good
it
for you.
was overall good.
Good for you.
And then I came home to my mom completely rearranged my library office room, like moved everything around. It looks so much better than it did.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
like I'm processing it all right now. Like,
Sorry about that. My nose decided to just like start running out of nowhere.
so like I'm just middle of like processing life.
And you're like, well, everything is out of place and it looks nice, but what do I do with it?
Not even out of place. Like she like moved the bookshelves, took books off, put them in the right spot. Like,
Damn.
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like
I'm impressed that she knows where to put them.
Yeah.
So at least, like if my mom tried to do that, I'd end up with everything in the wrong spot.
Mm.
There would be entire things that I would not find until we take the bookshelves down.
Like, I will send a photo in the office in the host chat.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I got dinner finished, and I am watching some video or watched through some YouTube videos. I watched a video on the debate. Couple of days late, but like, I don't know. I felt like it was kind of pointless for me to watch the debate or to stay on top of that because I know who I'm voting for.
Same. I felt the same way. But I did. I know enough because of the memes and like X or Twitter, what we're gonna call it. Like, I know all. I mean, like, nothing said was gonna change my mind.
Here's the thing is I follow several people that like I know are going to digest it for me and like talk about the part this, and so like I'll listen to that stuff with their commentary because they're giving the context, they're giving all of that, and I don't have to listen to nearly as much of Trump's voice or get frustrated when he says stuff that I know are lies.
Yeah.
So
to be clear, people don't know voting Kamala. Like, let me make sure because you don't know me. I ain't one of those.
Yeah, I don't know. I figured. I assume most of the people I know on the Bookternet are
same, but you would be surprised.
Follow kind of where I am, and even if they are like, I know a lot of people that even if they are more conservative, do not like the man.
Yeah, but you never know these days.
Yeah, this is true. But my GOP radar is really good because I was raised in it.
Okay.
You start phrasing things certain ways, and I'm like, I know.
Like, this is a red flag.
I'm getting a bad feeling right now. I should probably check the rest of your feed and see.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but yeah, I did that, and now I'm watching Leandra's video that she just released, I think, a couple of days ago, reading some cozy stuff.
I saw that, the cozy horror video.
Yeah, the cozy camp horror vlog.
Yeah, I was watching that last night.
Your comment is literally the one that is being featured right now at this point in the video. So, yes, it's very funny. How did everyone else do? Let's see. We have a Zoe. It's midnight for me, but I might stick around for a bit and get further into Goblin by Josh Mallerman. Ooh. Do we still have you, Zoe, or did you crash? Like, totally valid if you crashed. But also, we're happy to have you if you're still here. We've got Glenda saying hi.
Hi.
Samira read a few pages, opened some packages, and I picked up pizza for me and my family. Oh, delicious.
Ooh.
That sounds yummy. John got to chapter 12 of Revenge of the Witch. Such an interesting and strange world that Joseph Delaney has created. Great world building.
Heard of that one?
Is this? Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like middle grade boys that have similar, because it's The Last Apprentice. Is this like a? Because when I was looking at it, it seemed like a kid series. John, is this like a kid series that you're revisiting or you're reading for like your own children or something, or is this like an adult fantasies?
Yeah, or enjoying middle grade, because middle grade should be enjoyed at all ages.
I mean, obviously, there's some really good middle grade out there. I'm a fan. My favorite series is a middle grade series.
Same.
So.
Well, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson for life.
Percy Jackson is the best. I'm wearing the shirt from the musical, by the way.
Okay.
That was. I've never seen a musical back to back to back the same time that it was there, and I think I saw it 3 times and it was down here.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the Percy Jackson musical, but I did last month go to see Waitress.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I saw Waitress last week, and then earlier this year for my birthday, Six was in town, so we saw Six and loved it.
Nice. That's fun. I've heard Six is really good.
It is.
Let's see. There we are. Okay, I'm on the final row of the neck and about to start the beak on my chicken. Also found my polyfill for the next step. Very nice. Very nice. Julie made it 22% and almost missed us. Oops. It is interesting to me how close fantasy and horror are.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because horror a lot of the time is there are fantasies intrinsic in it.
Yeah.
You know?
You have the fantastical, and that's not even including the fantastical elements that supernatural horror can have. I have been like stepping my toe into horror lately.
Same.
I mean, my horror queen is Isabel Cañas, Hacienda, and Vampires del Norte. And
I have that one.
So
it's over there somewhere.
It is. I wouldn't technically call it a horror. It is a gothic western. So good.
Nice.
Like gothic western romance. So good.
Oh, you had me at romance. I mean, you had me at gothic western, but
yeah, no, I love Isabel Cañas is one of my favorite authors. Like, so good.
Mm-hmm. I have been trying to work more horror into what I read because I found, I think the first couple of horror novels that I read, they were a little too existential for me, and I was like, this isn't for me. And then I found Stephen Graham Jones, obviously, who I'm a giant fan of, and I'm like, oh, so there are types of, and so now I found so many more that I like. But
that's the best part. Yeah,
I know. I'm just like, this is, I don't know. There's something about like trying to figure everything out and getting surprised by these things. But it is like, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday on Nell Sprints. We were talking about the fact that like fantasy is like the genre because through fantasy, you have access to every other, like everything could have a slight fantastical element to it.
You could do like fantasy romance, fantasy mystery, fantasy sci-fantasy,
thriller,
like it is the umbrella that just makes everything funner.
It does, and there's so many things you can explore. And I think that's part of why fantasy and horror work so well together, John, is that both are about exploration in some way,
like a way of exploring humanity.
And
college professor like about it.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly the point I was going for. Is like it's just a way to look at things from a different point of view than what we're used to, and often from a more exaggerated, clearer point of view than what we see in everyday life. Jessica is working on My Roommate is a Vampire, reading for.
How is that, Jessica? That's on my radar.
Yeah, I just saw that when I was looking for books yesterday. Zoe is here, but definitely feeling snoozy. Okay, my first time reading it, I am liking it. And if it is middle grade, it is creepy for little kids. Wow. Well, I mean, they had kids watching The Secret of Nim.
Yeah. I mean, it's Secret of Nim. There's so much others too. I'm trying to think.
I think
Spirited Away traumatized me as a kid. I did not watch anime up until high school because of Spirited Away.
Oh, that's
Because
hilarious.
the pig scene in the beginning
Uh-huh.
just scared me so much as a kid. So I haven't seen a lot of Studio Ghibli movies besides like Howl's Moving Castle,
Yeah.
which I love.
It's
And
so good.
promise.
That's Howl's Moving Castle is up there with The Princess Bride, where the book and the movie are, well, Princess Bride is a lot closer, but like Howl's Moving Castle, like the book and the movie are kind of different,
Yeah.
but they're both equally as good. I don't know how they did that. It's amazing.
I would say Wizard of Oz as well.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, no, my friend, she's read the book, I believe, and she said that the author said that the author of the book has said about the movie that the book is Sophie's POV of the events, and the movie is Howl's.
It's Howl's.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like, it's, if you like the movie, I would suggest reading the book because everything you love about the movie is like 10 times more funny.
Yeah.
But they're both like so perfect.
Book bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
the Lost Unicorn, great.
Oh my god, I remember that one. We read that. The Last Unicorn, the never-ending story apparently was scarring kids.
But I heard that scarred. Yeah, there's a certain like horse scene.
There is a scene where some stuff happens. I have no memory of this place. I know, here's the thing. I know I used to make my mom rent that movie out all the time so I could watch it. I have no memory of it.
You know, I never saw because I'm a 98 kid.
Yeah.
So I know most 90s stuff, but I didn't I wasn't a 90s kid in that way.
Yeah. I was born in 87, so it's like a lot of those, like I was born the year Princess Bride came out. So that's why we owned it. My parents got it for that reason. I was obsessed with The Last Unicorn as well, Jessica. So
Last Unicorn's good. Yeah.
I think that kids can handle creepy stuff, though. To go back to that point, you have to adjust it slightly, I think, to make it stuff that kids are going to relate to.
The kids aren't stupid. I feel like I love animated movies, so I love cartoons. I love children's media. I love YA. I have been getting out of middle grade lately, but I'm
Is it not going to let me back in? Okay, guys, was that me or is that Paco that is frozen? Because
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you're back? Okay, I wasn't sure if that was you or if that was me. I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait till it lets me back in. Sorry, continue.
But like I said, I don't know if you heard, I was like, but children's media is it's so interesting on how they can handle heavy topics and make them there's some really great examples I feel like out there of ways that don't dumb it down either.
Well, I mean, if you think about Land Before Time, one of the biggest scenes in that is Littlefoot losing his mom. How many kids would have been through that? I think a lot of the time people are like, oh, we shouldn't let it get dark. Kids don't want dark. Kids go through dark stuff all the time.
I mean, look at what the most popular Disney stuff is. The Black Cauldron. I wouldn't call that the most popular, but still, the Black Cauldron exists.
That was a cult classic.
Yeah.
That's what I don't think we were allowed to watch because I haven't seen it yet. But
we grew up watching that. But yeah, just I don't know, there's certain things that I'm like, I feel like people dismiss animated movies especially because it's just kid shit, and I'm like, this shit slaps.
Any sort of kids media gets dismissed so sadly because there is some really deep stuff in them. Because people understand in a way that you don't see in adult media that when you're making something for kids, most people understand you have a responsibility because you're shaping a young mind.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the time there's a lot more depth of thought into how it's going to affect the child, the audience. So, but John says, I got it out of the YA and teen section of the books. That makes sense because the vibes I was getting from those covers were like upper middle grade, lower YA.
Mm.
So that would make sense. I'm 29 and I still love. I do too.
Yeah, no, I like my main genres is YA. I love, especially like one of my big things is diversity. I love this renaissance that we're in the YA genre of diverse fantasy, especially. Like the fact that I could go to the bookstore right now and there are fantasies with characters that look like me and my family is so like I'm so happy for kids these days. I get to see that.
Yeah, that is really nice that we're like seeing the repercussions of work people have been doing for decades at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm glad there are doors opening and stuff like that because like it's just leads to so many good stories too, like things that you would never have thought. They're outside of the norm of what people would expect, and it's great. Like they have to think of it. They think about things differently.
Yeah.
So love reading / watching things for younger audiences because we still really just watched Neverending Story for the first time. Love it. Very nice. Oh my god, this movie. A movie I watched recently was Quest for Camelot, and there was a demon possession at the beginning. I was like, wow, kids media can get dark.
Yeah. I know what movie it is. I'm in my head. I see it. I just don't think I've seen the whole way through.
Yeah. We went and saw that one in theaters. I think we really liked that. I do not remember the demon possession, but it's been a good long time since I saw it.
Time for a rewatch.
Obviously. Gotta find time for it. All right, let us go ahead. I think we'll do at least one more sprint and then see how we're doing at the end of it because that'll take us to what, 10 o'clock?
Okay.
And see where we're feeling.
An hour?
Yep, do another hour. Beautiful. And we will go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Welcome back.
Everything all good?
Yep, beautiful. Okay. There you go. I was like, okay, hold on, math. I don't want to have to do it, so I have to enter numbers in places. How did you do on your sprint, my friend?
I read a little bit, and then I was chatting with Nell and them because they had just finished the watch party episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I was chatting with them, and then I just got on TikTok for like 10 minutes.
Understandable. It happens. I've been there, done that. Also, YouTube. YouTube like sneaks up on you because you'll get on to watch like a specific video, and then somehow you're scrolling shorts, and you're like, "What the fuck, man?"
YouTube has the same problem as Facebook, where you like will click one short on accident, or like you like maybe don't even mean to click or watch the short, but you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch this one, and then it's been like an hour later, and you're like, how did I be?
It's a short. It's less than a minute. It'll be fine. I'll go do what I was gonna do after this. Nope. Oop, I just
I was like,
knocked that. Okay. I got, how many pages did I get read there?
and what are you thinking of it? Because I know you're reading Diary of Blood.
Let's see. 23 pages. Okay, that's better than I thought I'd done. I'm liking it. Like at the like what they're setting up and what's going on is really interesting. Like it's like S.T. Gibson is doing a great job of like painting this as a very toxic relationship and showing all of the ways that the main character is being manipulated and those kinds of like the red flags there without having to be too loud about it. Like it's very subtle. So it's one of those things that like, if you know, and if you're not ready to hear it yet, you can, but like, I think it's good because it can show kids what manipulative relationships can show, like teens, what manipulative relationships can start, show. I haven't gotten into it yet. Like, it hasn't grabbed me yet. There's been some interesting stuff that's happened, but I'm not obsessed with it yet.
Yeah. So. I'm going to be reading it soon because it's on my like 24 for 24 books to read this year.
Yeah.
And I want to get to it. But
it's very much like a personal narrative of the main character.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten to the part where we figure out what exactly is the point of this story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love
pages in
Education and Malice, though.
Yeah, okay.
I read that this year, and I mean, of course, it came out this year. But it was like my first 5-star, and I loved it.
Nice. I'm looking for some more 5-star books. So, okay, let's see how everyone else did. Reading The Forsaken King tonight. Kate joined us. John made it to chapter 13, close to finishing book 1 of the Last Apprentice series, even when the book's first impressions are most important to hook the reader. This book has easily done that. Just that.
Well, good.
Hey there, Heather. I'm having to work on editing my novel rather than reading today. Ooh, feel that. And then Samira says, I switched from reading my physical book to one on KU called The Orc and the Innkeeper. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let's see. Let's pull that up on Goodreads and add it to my want to read. What was it? That's wrong. The Orc and the Innkeeper. Here we are. All right, we're putting that in there. Put that on the want to read. Very nice. Very nice. That's really fun.
Yeah, cozy read.
Yeah, it looks like a cozy kind of fantasy romance type thing. So very much, and I'm liking that we're having more of that come out, where it's like it's fantasy and it's a romance, like it's a romance set in a fantasy setting.
Yeah, I just read The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy last month, and that was that. It was fun. It was cute. I really enjoyed The Honey Witch, though. That's so far one of my favorite cozy read I've read this year.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about that one. Natalie in Weirdo Book Club would not shut up about it when we were at BookNet Fest this year. very like she's like, you just have to read it. So, and she reads so much that she's like does not like so often because that's what gets clicks. That's what people know.
Yeah.
But if you haven't read it already, you should read The Girl with the Louding Voice. It's my favorite book of the year. Very nice.
Okay. What's my favorite book of the year so far? I might be Cruel Thirst.
I think the last I checked in, it was still Untethered Sky.
Yeah, Cruel Thirst, which comes out in December.
Yeah.
Is vampire. It's a vampire book too. This is the year of the vampire, honestly. But has been my favorite read. I mean, Celestial Monsters is up there.
Yeah. I know for a fact the new Percy Jackson book is going to be my favorite book of the year.
I am not caught up. I need to read the Trials of Apollo before I can get to those.
Actually, no. It's better to read those before the Trials of Apollo because they happen in the gap between Heroes of Olympus and Trials of Apollo.
Okay, because I know some of the things that happens in Trials.
Yeah. Do you know about the character death?
Yes.
Okay, so apparently, I'll be vague about this. Apparently, somebody was posting like, "Wow, so and so just walked into this party like he wasn't dead in the last book," and somebody was like, "Hey, this happens before those events, man. Sorry."
Yeah.
Everyone was so excited because they thought he was back. I guess Rick posted like the first chapter or something.
Oh, that's just easy. Okay, that's good to know because I'm excited with the title of the next one that's coming up.
Yeah, the Wrath of the Triple Goddesses.
Because witches, it's giving Hecate.
Yes.
I love
Hecate involved.
And I love the Son of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, like it's the novella or whatever that the son wrote. I think that I loved. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Yeah. It's because the end of the Trials of Apollo series involves Percy graduating, and so this series kicks off at the beginning of that school year that we see the end of.
Oh, okay.
So technically, if you want to read them chronologically, those happen after Heroes of Olympus.
Yeah. I've read Heroes of Olympus and Percy Jackson, of course, and
so
I've read Red Pyramid the whole way through. I need to finish Magnus Chase. I've read the first book. And I need to get to Trials of Apollo, or the first Trials book.
Magnus Chase is so good. I think he has a specific style of narration Rick does that that first person narration works really well because if he can get into the voice and of his characters.
Oh, yeah.
I think that despite the Heroes of Olympus, my favorite book is in that series.
What's your
that
favorite?
One. He's Mark of Athena.
I'm a House of Hades girly.
See, it is so close, but
Mark of Athena is right there.
But
yeah, I have to that ending though on Mark of Athena is damn man, you went there.
I agree, but Mark of Athena leads to Bob Said Hello. Is one of my favorite lines of all time. It gets me every time. So
I'm fine.
Sorry, trigger warning.
I don't know. I feel like the reason those two are my favorites are because of the Percy and Annabeth moments that we get.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like Mark of Athena has some almost the superior moments.
I mean, they're a lot less stressed.
They're a lot less stressed. Listen,
I mean, it's
showing up at the dock on a tidal wave and holding out your girlfriend's knife, going, "You dropped this," just casually.
I mean, the stables, or the under the belly of the ship. I think so. For me, I love Percy and Annabeth. But
yeah,
I think House of Hades, I love Hazel.
Yes.
And it's a big
House of Hades, I think, is probably the best written one in the series.
Yeah. And I love seeing the characters, the other heroes, being able to grow without Percy or Annabeth there.
Yeah.
And being able to that. I mean, I as much as Blood of Olympus is to me a disappointing ending of the series, because like no Percabeth in it, POV in the
I kind of was expecting that going into it because I knew we'd had Percy in the last 3 books and Annabeth in the last 2. And so when I was like, oh, we've gone back to the first 3 that started the series, and then we added Nico and Reina, like that made sense. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
I get why, but like we didn't know we were getting more.
We didn't know.
We were getting more, so that being like a end off for it and not having any of their POVs, it just like it felt disappointing. Now I love Reina. Reina is is probably my favorite PGO character. My dog is named after Reina. Like, so I love that. I love the Nico and Reina parts of and I love Piper. That's a great character.
I feel like I'm with you, and like I wish we had gotten more of like their points of view, and then on the writer side of it, I'm like, I understand why he didn't.
Yeah, no, I get ending where we started.
But yeah. Here's the thing. I would have read that book if it was 1,000 pages long. Absolutely. Not everyone would have.
Yeah. And I love Piper. I feel like Piper doesn't get the respect she deserves.
Piper is so much fun as a character. We be honest, like we got to be honest. As much as I loved Jason, Leo and Piper are the real
Yeah, I mean,
the real brains of the team.
Has the most interesting parts in book 1, Lost Hero. And he plays as an interesting concept of her being Aphrodite's child. Like, she's not the stereotypical way you would think about the goddess of the daughter of Aphrodite. No hate to Selena, because we love Selena in this house. Like, I will never forgive the second movie for automatically making her and Buford bad guys. I am still bitter about that because you don't do those things like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that I think he did. Like, I get the feeling, like, because Rick as a writer is someone who consistently shows the ability to take criticism and grow and own his mistakes. And I feel like he wrote Piper the way he did because he understood some of the issues with how he had been writing them, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, go read Chalice of the Gods when you can. I think you'll have fun with it because it feels.
I need to read that, and I need to read The Sun and the Star.
Yeah, Chalice of the Gods, I did not realize how much I needed a Percy, Annabeth, and Grover like adventure that did not involve the world ending until I read it.
Yeah.
Like, there was just something, like, it was this, he does this great job of capturing the magic that you get in the first book while having it be like the later relationships.
Yeah.
And also lower stakes. It's amazing.
I want to reread the series. I have a reread coming up in my mind of like starting with Percy Jackson and ending where like getting caught up.
Yeah.
My reading origin story, I guess. I've always been a reader my entire life. I read the Percy Jackson series in middle school and the Heroes of Olympus as it was coming out. But I hadn't really been reading a lot in high school until like my senior year. I reread Percy Jackson over Thanksgiving break.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got me back into reading now, all this. Yeah. And so that I'm like, I need a Percy. I haven't read it since 2016. I need a reread coming. I feel it in the spirit.
Yeah. I have reread the series so much that I had to get. It's the same thing with Howl's Moving Castle. I had to get new books. I now have hardcovers of all the original books, and I'm in the middle of a reread. I haven't started Titan's Curse yet, so that's the next one.
Oh, that's one of my favorites in the original.
It's so good. It is such, and he's so sad.
To this day, was still like the way I was so adamant that what happened to Bianca didn't happen to Bianca. Like until book 4, I was like, she's not. They didn't. Like, I was so positive that she was gonna like plot twist come back.
Sadly, no.
But, no, I have I read them from the library, middle school library, when I first read it, so I never really had editions. But I have got when they first did the first cover change paperbacks.
Yes, those are gorgeous covers.
I had gotten those, and those are a special place because my grandparents who died before I was born, they had sold their house finally, sadly, because there's some drama around that. And my mom had like given me and my brother some money and said, "This is kind of like gifts from your grandparents," and I bought the box set with that. So that will like always have that special place. Like I'm not, even though I'm not a paperback lover, I'm never getting rid of those paperback editions, and I want to like tab them up and read them when I read it.
I have the original covers in hardback. I have the newer covers in paperback. Those were the first ones that I tabbed. And then I have the Illumicrate editions. And I need to find another hardcover set. Like those I have a feeling are going in backwards so you can see the Camp Half-Blood map on the edges. But I have another set of covers that I need to get stuff for.
The Illumicrate, I didn't buy it because I didn't love it. Like they're gorgeous, but they're not the vibe I would have gone for. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait.
I love them. They have like, even if you just take the dust jackets off and do them that way, there's such a vibe.
I'm such a character art person.
Yeah.
Like I love like I got the like, even though I don't fully like, I used to be, I had a really big SJM stage like phase, so I'm not a huge SJM fan anymore. But like I got the Illumicrate.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I wanted something like this for it. Not like, of course, this style, but like I want like character art on it.
You should hold on. Do I have them still? I mean, I know I have them still. Where are they? Okay, so I am pretty sure they still have. That's the wrong one. That's not the one I opened. I'm pretty sure they still have these. But I got these fantastic covers.
Is that from
Nerdy Inc?
Yeah, I'm tempted on those ones. But
again,
I have to buy hardcovers of the.
Yeah, I would have to buy the hardcovers, but like, I mean,
they're gorgeous.
Look at our boy.
Oh,
look at our boy.
Love it. I love it.
I love them. I've had these for years too. I just haven't had a chance to get like because you gotta track them down and all that stuff. But anyways, let's check in with the comments. I could talk about Percy Jackson all evening.
We need to have a full.
We need to check in with everyone because I am fat. I am quickly fading here. Got a burst of energy talking about Percy Jackson, but the fact that my allergies have been acting up is starting to hit me. Okay.
See, I am blessed. I don't have it. That is not one of my many issues. I don't have allergies.
God, stay that way, Paco. I didn't used to have any environmental allergies like I didn't used to have any seasonal allergies like pollen and stuff. It was just like dust.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have them, and I'm like, why would you add it? We didn't need another one.
Yeah, we didn't need another challenge. No, I have a bunch of other health issues, life. But luckily, that is just I missed that day.
Yeah, that used to be what I used to say. The one allergy I don't have is seasonal allergies, and now.
Yeah, no, I don't even. I might be allergic to kiwis, but I think that's like the only allergy I have. Only because like I've been eating kiwis lately, or not lately, but like every time I've eaten kiwis, my throat's been really itchy.
Yeah, you might want to keep an eye on that.
And I was like, I'm probably allergic to kiwis as I continue to eat the kiwi.
Just keep an eye on that because the throat getting itchy is a precursor to the throat not working anymore.
Yeah, so that's why, like, since then I've been like, maybe I shouldn't eat kiwis anymore.
They make my mouth. I love the number of people that find out that they're allergic to something because somebody's like, no, that shouldn't taste spicy. It's pineapple or it's peaches. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's funny. I have read The Education of Mouse. It was good. Have you read Carmilla being the source material of?
I haven't read Carmilla. I'm not really a big classic reader. It's not my ministry, but I know what happens in Carmilla.
I mean, I assume that you were on Tumblr in the mid, like the 2012s. So
I was a witness for Dr. Hulock and one slur. Like, one
slur. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I remember those. I'm pretty sure that I missed out on whatever like Misha Collins Day was.
Okay, yeah.
But I had an account at that time. It's hilarious.
No, when the Loki show came out, And the Loki getting with a variant, or like having a thing for his variant self, and everybody being up in arms and disgusted with this. I was like, y'all weren't on Tumblr back in the day, and it shows. Because this little shipping is nothing when you had to, not by choice, see Winchest fanfic and one slur shit on your like page like pop up.
Yeah, the worst one I saw was like Anna and Elsa, people shipping them together.
I never saw that, but I would see a lot of like, the Winchest shit.
Yeah,
or
no, I saw that primarily on AO3 when I was like looking for fanfic for that.
Oh yeah,
I did live through Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons.
Oh yeah, that was a big one. That was a big one. That's like the fanfic version of the Pinterest name, and it's spelled out with like the Deathly Hollows, the Percy Jackson, like that font that I'm talking about.
Oh god.
This is my home pictures or whatever. This is my like
yeah. I gave I Am Number 4 5 stars. Had some of the best characters, just fun and a good romance. It was.
Ooh, okay.
I'm out to sew up my chicken. Look at that. Look at you go.
We love productivity.
I thought The Last Olympian was the last. Okay, so Richard decided to publish another trilogy with Percy, Annabeth, and Grover as the main characters. So, like, you've got the original Percy Jackson series. You have the Heroes of Olympus.
Mm-hmm.
You have Trials of Apollo, John. But then he's published like these side quests that Percy is doing to try and get into school that happen between Heroes of Olympus and Trials of Apollo. These are newer books. They just like the first one just came out last. Technically, it's Percy Jackson 6, but like I view it as quintet, trilogy, quintet.
And then you have The Sun and the Star, which is D'Angelo, Will Solis book.
And I
don't know if it's
I believe that one's on the other side of Trials of Apollo, but I'm not entirely sure.
That's co-written by
with Mark Oshiro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've only read The Lost Hero and loved it. I mean, it was really good. I spent the entirety of that book
for not knowing how to dodge a brick for his life. I love Jason.
Oh yeah, you get hurt by a brick like 2 times.
Jason's never met a brick he didn't want to give a hug to. Like
Jason's never met a brick he didn't want to give a friendly headbutt. Oh, I hate the narrator, Jessica.
I want to read because I love reading I love doing my rereads in a different format.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really tempted to do the Percy Jackson audios, but I've heard they are not great.
Yeah, so I don't know who the narrator is now. If Jessica's talking about this, the narrator that I hated, his name is Josh something, and he just like his young kid voice is just this really nasally voice, and so Percy sounds like he's whining the entire time.
That's just not
Chris McCarroll can pull that off because he just sounds slightly gay. Josh wants his face come off.
Percy.
Yeah.
He described these a little too close.
If you ever get a chance to see to like find a video of the opening of the Lightning Thief musical, it is the most Percy thing. Like he comes on and you're like, that's the character. That's fucking Percy Jackson. What the fuck? So
my latest hyperfixation has been, have you heard of Epic? The musical?
I have.
That is my current hyperfixation. And just the newest album that came out recently. Because I've been
so they do have it on an album now that like you can listen to that having go through 75 TikToks.
Yeah, so no, there is each saga, like arc kind of. There is the Troy, Ocean, Cyclops, Circe, Underworld, Thunder, 7 sagas out. So it is up. So Act 1 is completely done on Spotify.
Okay.
And now they are currently coming out because it's like sagas, which are like mini, like songs 7 through 8 or 7 through 10 or whatever. But yeah, so Act 1 is completely done, and then Act 2 is currently coming out in pieces.
beautiful. They have it on because I've been wanting to listen to that one and see what I thought about it. I just have like the only place I've been able to find it is TikTok, and
Yeah.
I'm lazy. I don't want to go through
Yeah.
searching 75 different, and maybe I get them in the right order.
So you could either do the Spotify or whatever you use music-wise to do it, and do it the albums. Another really great way to do it is animatics on YouTube.
Okay.
There's a lot of great animatics. I think there's even a playlist where they like
Probably,
have all.
I mean, YouTube has a playlist for everything.
But they have like all the songs in order by different
Okay.
like animators that are animatics that are great.
Let's see, Margaret. Hello, Jean. Reading Pucking Wild at 26%. Yeah, I love Piper.
We love Piper in the South.
Yes. We're talking about Piper in The Lost Hero. So here, I have a controversial opinion about the Percy Jackson movies.
You like them?
Which is that if they were not the Percy Jackson movies, people would not hate them nearly as much.
I could see that for the first one.
Like the first one
is
it's not the best movie ever made, but for the target demographic and the source material, it makes sense as a movie that they like that you would make a movie like that. It just doesn't make sense that you would do Percy Jackson like that.
And my dark secret is I saw the movie first.
Me too.
Yeah, so
actually, wait, did I read it? No, I got the books and I read them in preparation for. I read these my senior year of college. This is how I remembered that I liked reading. Like I read The Last Olympian almost in an entire sitting because I was stuck in a mechanic's office.
Okay.
But I read the first couple of books, and I'm pretty sure I had them all finished. Because I was having such a good time in the movie theater with my roommate that the guy next to me asked me what I was on and if he could have some. And I'm just giggling at the fact that Sean Bean is playing a character who will not die, dude. And then he got mad at me. I was like, I'm so sorry. Your sad life is so sad.
I watched the movie. I remember seeing the movie in the theaters. And then we read the book. I read the book in middle school because I think my brother read the first book.
Yeah.
Or he had finished a series, my younger brother, and he was talking about it. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then it became our tradition to like especially when Heroes of Olympus came out, we would buy the book and then one of us would read it and then we'd give it to the other to read.
I love that.
And so that was our thing.
That sounds like fun. I have not read Percy Jackson, only read the Magnus Chase trilogy.
Ooh, it's good.
Okay. You are missing out, in my opinion, but Magnus Chase is very good. I think Magnus Chase is the closest Rick gets to a non-Percy Jackson series having the things that make you love Percy Jackson. You know what I mean?
I think the Red Pyramid trilogy is really good.
He did a really good job with that one. I think he struggled a bit with the two dual points of view.
Yeah, I mean, he was still early Rick.
Yeah.
So, but I think it gets slept on. Have you read the Sunbear Trials? The first book, at least.
Which trials?
The Sunbearer.
I have not read the Sunbearer Trials yet. No.
Read it. Okay. It is Percy Jackson energy. I mean, besides being about gods and stuff like that, it's got that energy.
Okay.
It's got that just that fun energy of it. And there is a Nico D'Angelo character, coded character.
Of course there is.
But high key recommend. I mean, besides the fact that Ian Thomas is like my favorite author.
Yeah.
High key, it's Percy. It's got that heart, the Percy Jackson heart. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's one of the best books I've read that's been comped, and I felt like the comp was deserved because Percy Jackson comped Hunger Games, and it matches the vibe perfectly.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, that's a good mix of things.
Yeah.
Prob's not reading, but wanted to join. Trying to get Pacari Bags babes back to sleep. Hi, my sleep is a little upside down, but glad I made it in for a little bit. We see the original 5 books. I think The Last Olympian and The Battle are tied for the best. I'm on the fence on those 2 as well. I'm pretty sure Last Olympian is my favorite, but I'm not sure.
See, I think Titan's Curse. I don't know what it is about Titan's Curse that just.
I mean, it's such a good damn book.
It is, but Battle Labyrinth and Last Olympian are amazing.
They are.
Titan's Curse to me, it was always my favorite of the three. I don't know, maybe it's the Hunters of Artemis energy.
It's iconic.
I love Zoe. Zoe's love her.
Mm-hmm.
But Battle of Olympus.
Hey,
I need to reread. This is all I'm hearing is I need to reread.
I know. Oh, I love Epic the Musical. It's the original guy started on audio, so I had to keep listening to them because my brain doesn't let me switch back and forth. Yeah, I did them on audio one time through, and never again with that person.
I'm hoping, I don't know, you guys can answer. Is the Heroes of Olympus a full cast or or multicast?
I don't know, actually. I don't think I think after I got burned with the Percy Jackson books, I have not tried listening to any of Rick's books on audio. Well, no, that's not true, because I definitely listened to Magnus Chase on audio, and that one wasn't terrible.
Okay.
That one was pretty good. I hated it because they left out the whole Ares plot line. Okay.
Oh, the movie. Yeah.
About Epic.
Oh no, I think they're talking about the movie. Ares isn't in the movie.
Yeah, and he's such a key important part. Like, man, come on.
Yeah.
Again,
I'm excited to see. I haven't seen the show yet.
Oh my god, Paco, you have to.
I need to. I'm behind on a lot of my shows that I need to watch, and I'm like tempted every day to watch the show, but I'm like, do I want to do my reread before I see it?
I would say watch it and then do the reread if you are the type of person that gets like, if you do the reread first, you will see every single little thing that is not the same.
I did that. I've not reread, but I read Beautiful Creatures before the movie came out.
Choice.
I would have loved Beautiful Creatures, the movie. I would have loved it. I thought it was a really good movie, but I disliked the book so much.
Yeah.
That I didn't. And so when I was watching the movie, I was like, it didn't happen like this. It didn't happen like this. Even though I didn't like the book.
It's so funny. I watched this show specifically because I wanted to watch the show first, and then I was going to start my reread of this series. And like, there's a lot that's very there were a few things that I'm frustrated with how they handled. Like, there are a couple of places where like Annabeth's kind of smart moments are given to one of the boys. That pissed me off a little bit. Like, I think they could have done way more with Leah and her as Annabeth than they gave her in that in the show.
Like,
so I understand why they didn't, because this isn't Leah. This is entirely on direction and writing, in my opinion, because she killed it.
I know. From what I've seen of like interviews and stuff, she just gives Annabeth energy.
She just they
some like fan art that I love, and it's like being Athena, being like, since Athena's the weaver, and like invented weaving, being able to like braid Annabeth's hair, and it's just like, oh, this is gorgeous.
Yeah. But that's my only, like, they changed some stuff. They did adapt, like, change, but because Rick was you know how, like, with the Lord of the Rings movies, like, so many of the Lord of the Rings fans don't care that they changed them. Yeah. Because it's so clear the people that changed them really understood the source material.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with the show. Like, you can tell that Rick really understood his source material because he's the writer, and was trying to do something a little different and still like honor honor what he wrote, but also make it more dynamic or let us see some different facets that we didn't get to see in the books. So
I'm excited for season 2 to come out just because I want my Raina cameo. I want to be able to. I want to be able to pause the screen and be like, "That's my girl right there." It's like, because Raina's one of my. I have like a couple fictional characters. I'm like, these are my children.
I've seen how they're doing. I've seen like clips of how they're doing Annabeth's hair in this season because they filmed some stuff, and like the way they have Leah's braids done, I'm just like, oh my god, there's like, I can see the vision of what they're going to do when they get to the island.
Clarissa in the show
is Clarissa,
what? Clarissa.
Clarissa. She's a lot scrawnier than I pictured her being.
Okay, and have you seen the Bridge of Terabithia movies?
I have not.
Okay, there's a bully character in the Bridge of Terabithia movie that is in my head what I pictured for her.
Yeah.
and she's just like this big, like bulky girl. Is who I pictured for Clarissa. That in my head, that's who I pictured for her when I read the book.
It's Dior Goodjohn is who plays Clarice. I know her
Clarice.
fucking name.
Yeah, it's Clarice. I don't know why I say Clarissa. I know it's Clarice too. You say it like, yeah.
And it's really funny because like I'm watching it and I'm going, I definitely saw Clarice as being a bit brawnier than Dior is. And then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, but Percy's 12 and she's like 16. So of course he sees her as much bigger than she actually is. So I'm like, this kid has zero muscles, but she's very good. She's very good. Like all of the people that they cast as the characters do such a good job. I don't know what they're gonna do about Lance.
Yeah, I mean
that. Oh man, that would hurt.
It's tragic. It's tragic, but I want to know what they're gonna do for that.
So, and I mean, like the gods, it is established that the gods can change their form, what they look like as they want.
I mean, look at
so
that.
There's something. I'm just curious to see who they're going to have cast as Zeus, which they may not. No, they do have a scene in Olympus in Sea of Monsters, so they would need to cast someone as Zeus.
Yeah,
they haven't announced it yet. Okay, I don't know what they're doing.
I'm trying to think of the scene in Sea of Monsters.
I mean, I think there's only so much that you can do for Tyson, considering that we do not have Cyclops. The actor that they cast for him really does fit the role, I think.
I'm so mad about the movie Tyson that I am like scarred and traumatized.
But I think anytime you are taking a human face and trying to make it one eye in the middle instead of the two, it's gonna there has to be an element of suspension of disbelief because it's gonna look a little weird.
And to me, it's not even what the character looked like; it's the personality in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Tyson. I mean, it's sad. I think of Tyson. I think of that ugly character art we had for so long of Tyson, and the Percy Jackson, that ugly Percy Jackson character art.
The Percy Jackson character art that can't hurt you.
Yeah,
it looks like it could.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to.
I think I don't know what I did. I used to have the door hanger that's like one side is "Don't bother me." I don't know where it is, but has like bulldog jaw Percy on it.
Oh God!
I'm so glad we have much better art now.
Yeah. Oh God.
No.
Fan art out.
Okay. It is almost 11 where I am, so I am gonna have everybody sign off. Real quick before we go, is there anything that you have happening on your channel that you would like to plug? Anything that just came out or anything that's coming soon?
I had my haul was dropped Friday, and then my announcement video will be coming up next Friday. Beautiful. I believe I'll have a vacation vlog coming out eventually. I call my vlogs Bad Witch Diaries, so
ooh, I love it. I had the hardest time the first time I tried to search for you to get sprints because I kept thinking Bad Bitch books.
Yeah, that's why I did the name. But
and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's a pun, man.
Yeah. No, that was the reason I came up with that name. Because my original Instagram, because I started out on Bookstagram, was Wicked Story, and then I was like, one day it hit me. I was like, wait, Bad Witch Books. I was like, I like it. It hit me, and I was like,
I love it. Anyways, let's go ahead. I have a video coming out on Monday that is me trying authors I previously gave 5-star score to watch those again. And then if you guys haven't seen it yet, I just did an announcement for my readathon that I'm running in October.
And then I'm going to give a shout out to you. I love, especially like your Fabling video and your TBR for the Mystic Readathon. Okay, Meryl Streep actress. I love it.
I had these ideas and I was like, you know what? It's time to put that theater degree to work. It's not just something that hangs on my wall anymore.
Like for my Halloween spooky videos, I do like the last couple of years, I do like a lip sync to like last year I did what is it? It's not great. It's like I'm not trained or anything like that.
Yeah,
but it was what was it? It's the monologue from Addams Family Value, the Malibu Barbie.
Oh, so that's fun.
There may be something in this next the spooky announcement video that I did.
Amazing. I love it. It's fun to experiment with things and get new stuff. And people apparently liked what I did with the Fableman video because it's doing really well. Anyways, those are the videos that you can check out from me. And I will see you guys later when we'll talk about more wordy, nerdy things.